Welcome to this edition of Burgh Watching. Now I understand zombies are all the rage, but frankly, they don't make for a good interview, and well, they're a little cliquey. So our connections here at Burgh Living have landed us an interview with one of Pittsburgh's oldest and most mysterious vampires. So, thank you for joining us today. Let's start out with, what should I call you?
Well, I think we need to start out, what should I call you?
My name's Erin.
You may call me His Grace.
His Grace. Alrighty. So, His
Wait,
Grace?
who let you in here?
Him?
We'll cover that later. Continue.
His Grace, tell me a little bit about your past.
Do you really want to know that?
Of course.
I'm not sure you're prepared to know that, but where shall I begin? You tell me.
The beginning.
The beginning. The beginning is a bit too bloody for you to imagine. Well, when I first became a vampire, what year was it? Approximately, I'd have to check my wiki sources, but approximately 12th century.
Wait a minute. So how old are you really?
A little over 800 years. Don't ask me for the specific date.
Interesting.
Well, I pretty much slaughtered my entire village.
Really?
Yeah, that was interesting. Fed on mostly children. The adults were too stringy for my tastes. And the children's blood gave me a power that you could not imagine. But that's such a long time ago. You don't want to hear about that.
Probably not.
No.
No. Well, maybe we could talk about some of the misconceptions that people might have about vampires. Can you see yourself in a mirror?
Of course. We break the laws of life and death, not the laws of physics, my dear.
Garlic?
It's nice and fast.
Interesting. Crosses?
I'm a bishop.
Indeed, that is true. Well, but should we be worried about the vampire presence here in Pittsburgh?
No, I don't think so. I think we've managed to maintain a good balance of, food chain, that kind of thing. I blame Bela Lugosi, but he knew how to drink.
Indeed. So what should someone do if we, say, run into you?
First of all, you should make sure that you're polite. That's always a good start.
Indeed.
Being polite is very important. Not making eye contact, that's another one.
Oh.
And thirdly, it's just best not to run into us. And it's best not to run into me. Most vampires don't live as old as I do.
Most. So how many vampires are there here in Pittsburgh?
I'm not sure. I haven't done my research. Most of them have left since I came back. Except for one. Or two. I don't want to talk about that.
Really? Well, let me ask you this. Don't you think that having vampires here in Pittsburgh is nothing more than a menace? What would it do to the property values?
I'm sorry. I am beginning to grow bored of this and this interview. Throw her in the dustbin. I'm done with her. You? Get rid of her.
Good times. Seriously. The person behind all that makeup is Lauren Zito from Francis Rocks. Her neo-noir web series, The Weakness, can be viewed in its entirety at her website, francisrocks.com. While you're there, be sure to check out the video trailer for the Mark Laflamme book, Box of Lies. It's definitely my next TiVo download. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Burgh Watching, and a special thanks to Lauren and the cast and crew for letting us have a little bit of fun with them. We'll see you next time.